In the next few minutes, you are about to witness the difference between meeting the needs and charity. The Mount Sinai Seventh-day Adventist Church in Orlando, Florida has a program called the Mount Sinai Saves Community Service Program, which chooses to meet needs as opposed to just giving charity to the community. And there is a movie that was co-directed by Laurie Silverbrook called A Place at the Table. And this movie illustrates the contrast between meeting needs and charity in the United States of America.
It's a bitter paradox. The United States produces more food per person than any other country in the world, but still has a major problem with hunger, a hardship that only grew worse during the recession and its aftermath. The government estimates some 50 million people are living with food insecurity, meaning they don't always have adequate nutrition for an active and healthy life. A new documentary called A Place at the Table challenges the viewer's assumptions about who's hungry and why. Here's an excerpt.
Hunger definitely impacts my classroom. I have had students come to me upset, and it's definitely a huge issue in our small community. One student in particular, Rosie, I just really felt she wasn't really applying herself in the classroom, and I couldn't figure out where that attitude was coming from. I felt that she just really didn't care about what I wanted her to learn or that school was that important. And what I realized when I brought her in one day was the main issue was that she was hungry.
I struggle a lot. And most of the time it's because my stomach is really hurting.
So let's take a look.
My teacher tells me to get focused, and she told me to write focus on my little sticker. And every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be focusing. I start yawning, then I zone out. And so I'm just looking at the teacher, and I look at her, and all I think about is food.
My name is Ken Unick. I am the Community Services Director for the Mount Sinai Seventh-day Adventist Church. Here in Mount Sinai, our goal is to reach the community through humanitarian acts that include food distribution.
If your church or organization wants to join the fight in meeting the needs of the least of these, our brethren, we want to work with you. To financial supporters that help us meet even more needs in the future, we thank you in advance for your contributions.
It's a problem that people are ashamed of acknowledging.
It's very humiliating.
It's tiring.
What are we going to do?
The only reason hunger isn't fixed yet in this country is because the American people haven't spoken.
Over my shoulder, you're seeing an operation taking place. My organization, the Father's Wish Foundation, is working hand in hand with Pastor Ken Unick and Pastor Herman Davis in the Mount Sinai SDA Saves Community Service Program.
I was one of those kids that was hungry. It messes with you.
The average food stamp benefit is $3 a day. There are people who are living on that, and you really can't.
The term food insecure really encompasses what millions and millions of Americans experience every day. And that is not knowing where your next meal is going to come from.
If you have a limited amount of money, you're going to spend it on the cheapest calories you can get. And that's processed food.
It's kind of ridiculous that a fast food hamburger costs less money than a peach.
There are many working poor in our country. There are many, many, many people in this community, good people, great people, who go to work. There are 50 million Americans who are food insecure. 50 million.
Every one of those 50 million Americans deserve to have all of their basic needs met. And we are doing our part by distributing food all throughout Central Florida to those in need.
All right, how about Mommy cook? Mommy cook?
I want to help you to make spaghetti.
Okay, here you go. This one goes on the table.
Put the top